Once upon a time in a small coastal town, there lived a woman named Sarah. She was a kind soul who loved nature, especially the ocean. Every morning, she would walk along the beach, collecting seashells and enjoying the sound of waves crashing against the shore. One sunny Saturday, Sarah decided to take her favorite beach walk after breakfast. The air was warm, and the sunlight danced on the water like glittering diamonds. Sarah felt happy as she walked, breathing in the salty sea air. As she walked, she noticed a small dog playing by the water's edge. The dog was a golden retriever with shiny fur and playful energy. Sarah smiled and called out, "Hey there, little buddy." The dog looked up at her with bright eyes, wagging its tail as it ran over to her. "What's your name?" Sarah asked, petting the dog. The dog didn't have a collar, so Sarah decided to call him Max. Max seemed to enjoy her company, and they quickly became friends. After a while, Sarah continued her walk, and Max followed her. They walked together along the sandy beach, playing fetch with sticks that Sarah found along the way. They laughed at one another, the dog barking happily as Sarah tossed a stick into the waves. Suddenly, the playful atmosphere changed. Dark clouds began to gather in the sky, and the wind picked up. Sarah looked worried as she noticed the ocean waves growing larger and stronger. She knew she should head back home, but she wanted to take one last look at the water. As she approached the waves, she felt a sudden rush of wind pushing against her. The waves splashed higher, and without warning, an unexpected wave crashed over her. Sarah lost her balance and stumbled backward, falling into the swirling water. She gasped for breath as cold water surrounded her. Max, who had been playing nearby, saw Sarah go down. His instincts kicked in. He ran to the water's edge, barking loudly. Sarah tried to swim, but the current was too strong. She cried out for help, her heart racing with fear. "Help! Someone help me!" She shouted, but the beach was empty. No one was around to hear her cries. Max didn't waste any time. He jumped into the water, paddling with all his strength. He swam toward Sarah, using his powerful legs to push through the heavy waves. Even though he was a small dog, Max was determined to save her. When Max reached Sarah, he barked and nudged her with his nose, trying to keep her afloat. "Hang on, Max. I can't swim well." Sarah gasped, her arms flailing in the water. Max understood. He swam beside Sarah and barked again, encouraging her to hold on. Using all his strength, he grabbed the sleeve of her shirt with his teeth and began swimming back toward the shore. It was tough, but Max was strong and determined. With every stroke, Max pulled Sarah closer to safety. The waves crashed around them, but he kept going. Finally, after what felt like an eternity, they reached the beach. Max managed to pull Sarah onto the sand, panting heavily but relieved. Sarah coughed up water, gasping for air. She looked at Max, who was now lying beside her, tired and wet but watching her closely. "You saved me. Oh my goodness, you really saved me," she exclaimed, hugging the golden retriever tightly. Just then, a few people who had been nearby noticed a commotion and rushed to help. They saw Sarah lying on the sand and Max sitting beside her, looking proud. One of the people, a lifeguard named Mike, knelt down and checked on Sarah. "Are you okay?" he asked, worry in his eyes. "I think so. I was caught in the waves. But Max here is my hero," Sarah replied, still hugging Max. Mike smiled and looked at Max. "Good boy. You really did a great job." As Sarah recovered, she realized just how close she had come to drowning. She felt a wave of gratitude wash over her for the brave little dog. Max wagged his tail, enjoying the praise and attention from everyone around. After a few minutes, Sarah stood up, still feeling a bit shaky. "I need to get Max some food and a proper collar," she said, looking down at her new friend, who was happily sniffing the sand. Everyone laughed and agreed. That day marked a new beginning for both Sarah and Max. They left the beach together, both filled with joy and relief, knowing they had each other. From that day on, Sarah and Max were inseparable. They explored the beach, played in the waves, and enjoyed many joyful moments together. Max had not just saved Sarah's life. He had also found a loving home. As the sun set on that beautiful beach, Sarah and Max walked side by side, their bond stronger than ever. They had both learned about friendship, bravery, and the love that exists between a person and their dog. Every time they walked along the beach, they remembered that day and how one little dog had become a hero.